So you're going live?
We're live. Live from Southhaven, Mississippi. It's Catfish Weekly, along with Cindy and Vicky and Stacey, Gaston and Dustin, Faul and Richard White and a host of other folks. We're fishing Mississippi river monsters in Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome everybody. We've got a bunch of stuff going on, and we're going to talk about catfishing, and we're going to talk about live wells, and we're going to talk with Stacey Gaston in here in just a minute. Dustin, why don't you come over here and tell us what's going on with you? How you doing, buddy? How's it going, man?
We're doing.
We rented a house down here, and it's pretty darn comfortable, man.
Me and Stacey was talking about that, wondering how in the world you found a house like this out in the middle of nowhere.
You got to leave it to Mama Methenia and Jason found this house, and we all stayed in here, and Richard and Kurt and Doc and Trevor and Gary and Cindy and I, and we just, everybody's got a place to stay, and I'm a Cardinals fan, and Gary's a Cardinals fan, and Richard is a Cubs fan, and we've been laying it on him, but he's been dishing it back pretty good, so it's been quite the fun time.
And then we won't talk about the Cincinnati Reds then.
Did they even play ball?
Well, they did beat the Cardinals the last time they was out. I will give them that.
That's kind of what's going to be going on here.
Yeah.
We've been having some really
We've
fun.
been laying on thick.
Yeah, we have been. It's all in fun. It's all in fun. I got to tell you, Cindy and I put some fish in the boat the other day, and we was a long way from Memphis. And we put that fish in the boat and put it in that new live well. And it was probably more frisky when we took it out to weigh it than it was when we put it in. And it kind of worked me over a little bit. But we got it weighed. It wasn't quite enough for the money round, but man, that thing works nice.
Well,
Really happy with it.
Yeah,
Man, it works good.
And well, like I said, I've actually had several people comment on my live well. As a matter of fact, we actually went to the boat ramp here just earlier, and there was some gentleman that came up to the boat ramp and stopped us and was asking us, they want to redesign their boat, the front end of their boat. They want us to put a live well in the front of it because they've heard how well yours is working.
Oh man,
so
unbelievable.
You know, there's still some ups and things that we're going to add to them as we go along and upgrade them. We're trying to get to where we put shocks on them so they'll stay up by themselves.
Like Doc did?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Doc, I'll give credit to Doc on that one. He came to me and said this might be something that you might want to check into. So we're going to integrate some new designs and things like that with them.
Well, I got to tell you, I think I got the best looking rod rack in the market.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we built one for the new Stormcat, and we didn't get done what we wanted to do to it. We just got blasted at the last minute with rod racks. I think we built 14 rod racks in the last 4 days.
Holy cow!
So, you know, we've had all of our guys on them, completely pretty much shut down the shop because we had some of them that was going into powder coat. And of course, you got to give that guy time in order to powder coat, and wanted to bring some items down to the Mississippi River Monsters for people to view. So we brought different stages of rod racks down here for people to look at. If they stop by our booth, they can see them. We've got some, I wish I would have brought a couple other things with us that we started producing. We got them custom cups with our logo on them.
Them are nice. I like it.
They're sweet. Don't worry, you got yours.
Yeah.
You and Cindy and Doc's got yours.
Did you get the trophies made for them?
Yes, I did. And I wish I would have brought them with me. I was showing some of the guys at the boat ramp the trophies, and they were just amazed. They were amazed with them. They said they just couldn't believe it. But
they're awful nice.
I don't know if he's announced it yet or not, but I'll announce it. But tomorrow night at the captain's meeting, we've decided to give one of the trophies away to the Big Fish winner of the week.
Nice.
So I'll be presenting that myself to the winner. And then, of course, Saturday after the tournament, whoever brings in the biggest fish, which hopefully it'll be you or Stacey or somebody I know. I'll be proud of whoever takes it home. It's going to be a gift. It'll be a gift of a lifetime.
We have been, we've been all the way to Osceola, and we've been all the way to Tunica and everywhere in between, and we look for fish every day. There's one day we didn't catch anything. We didn't try real hard to catch any that day, but we've been on fish every day. And yesterday, we finally found what we was looking for. Now, I'm not going to tell you we're going to win the tournament, but if we get them fish to go, they're going to know we've been here. And if we don't get them to go,
good deal.
It's just another day of fishing. But if they go, we're going to be all right.
You put Cindy on them. Cindy's got her pole or her reel.
She's got that lucky purple rod, and she's got her purple reel. So if we get her to go, she'll be gold. And you know, we found the fish, but you know, with this storm moving through, they're either going to be going or they're not.
Right.
And that's anybody's guess. It's really hard to beat these local boys, and there's a lot of quality fishermen that live in this area, and they're going to be hard to handle. I visited with a lot of them, and they've been on fish all week.
Right.
So,
well, you know, that's why I was telling some guys down at the boat dock, and you know, and I was asking, you know, people, you know, as they was coming up the boat ramp, you know, how'd you do today, you know, and just letting them know that you know, that me as well as other onlookers are there for them too, you know, and I told them, I said, you know, win, lose, or draw, you just got to remember that you're fishing with the best fishermen in the industry.
Right.
This is absolute, in my book, is one of the biggest tournaments of the year.
Well, if you're into catfishing, now there is one thing. There's a huge tournament, Rising Sun, up there in Indiana, and it keeps a lot of great fishermen in that area. It's got a big payout, low entry fee, but there's a ton of high class people, not class people. I said that wrong. High quality fishermen, big time guys that come to this tournament, and they mean business when they get here. They come here to take your money. They're very good at it most of the time when they show up, and they're planning on doing good in it. And we all are. They didn't nobody come down here for second place or third or fifth or 100th.
Right.
They come down here to win. And Dustin, there is some of the finest boats and equipment in the industry, and some of the best vendors that is in our industry down here with some really quality products. And I hope the weather holds for the crowd, because usually there's a great crowd at weigh-in, and it's worth standing in some bad weather to see what's going to be brought into that scale.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, you would think that I was fishing it, but yeah, I'm excited. Although I am on the boat list, D&T actually sponsored Fat Boy Dan's Great Outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
We stepped in and we sponsored him for this tournament. So we paid his entry fee to be in, and of course I won a chance at that new boat. So
well, yeah,
I put my name on the list.
Well, there you go.
So,
that's a cool deal. That's a very nice boat. I've been in it a couple of times nosing around. They're extremely nice, and I'm so proud of Excel for stepping up and building a quality catfish specific boat that anybody that owns one would be proud to have. And it is something that I dearly love, is a V-bottom boat that is safe on any water you put it on. It's not flat that beats you to death. It cuts the waves, and it's very comfortable to ride in. And I'm very happy to see them jump into our sport in the magnitude that they have.
Well, you know, me and Stacey was talking about that. We was kind of doing a walk around the boat, and we both agreed that this was a high quality boat.
It is.
I mean, they've done their homework and brought to the fishermen what they wanted, and it's got all the bells and whistles.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, with that being said, I was talking with George yesterday, and there is also something with Excel that they are always looking to innovate to make that boat better and better and better. And I showed them something on our boat that I really liked. And they said, yeah, we need to look at putting that in to the Storm Cat. And it's a rod system that stores 10 rods and it's in the floor. And he said, yeah, we need to take a look at that. So, you know, they're going to make this boat in the next few years. It will probably be one of the best boats. And not that it's not now, but they want to make it better.
In the designing part of it, you know, with anything, and it doesn't matter if it's a boat, a car, even just like my live wells. You know, when you start out as a base, and as the years continue, you just make it better.
That's right.
And if you're not better in your product, you're going to lose your customers because they don't feel. Yeah, exactly. You fall behind time.
That's right.
You know, because somebody else is going to pick up where you left off.
Yep.
And take it over. And you know, and XL Boats does a good job of keeping up with that. So
yep, that's 100% correct.
I'm really behind them on that.
Well, I got to tell you, these guys sitting here eating is tearing me up. We have ate so much. They brought ribs and they brought tenderloins. It's this big around and that long. We've ate and ate and ate, and today we sitting here and Jason and Gary come back in from checking on their fish that they wanted to fish because it's supposed to rain all day. And Jason come in and he had a plate this big with ribs that was left over. Rounded up, warmed them babies up, and I was sitting out front talking to the doctor. And man, I think I'll go in there and get me some. And guess what? He took every one of them. I had a flat meat sandwich, and I'm thinking, man, I just about arm wrestle old Jason, but his arms are this big around. I mean, you don't mess with Jason Methenia. But we've had such a good time. We've ate so good, and these guys are.
And that's what, you know, it's all about. You know, come to some of these bigger fisher tournaments. You know, I was telling Stacey, I enjoy the people. I really said I love visiting the people. And you know, and you can find out good fishing information. You know, if that's what you're looking for. You know,
everybody will help you.
Right.
You know, it's not like a bass tournament where a guy says, well, how did you catch that fish? Or what technique do you use? Them guys are not going to tell you very much, but these guys will tell you everything. We talk about it every night when we come in. Now, nobody says, well, where'd you catch that fish? Because that's not fair. No. But are you catching it on wood? Are you catching it deep? Or are you catching it shallow? This or that? And did you go north or south? Or, you know, there's a lot of information been shared in this house that you would not get probably many other places. And like I say, I did not say I went to this spot and caught this fish, and nobody here has asked anybody that. We're not doing that. But you know, well, we found it on a current break, or we found it on a seam that was this deep, or something. But it's a lot of different things. Or I was using a demon dragon, or I was using a circle hook. Nope, I'm using a Gamakatsu Big River hook, because that's how I back bottom bounce. I don't use a circle hook. When he grabs hold of that, I'm trying to rip his head slick off, you know. Everybody does a different technique, and we share a lot of that information with each other, and it's a ton of fun. Now, we do that when we're at motels too, but everybody in this place, we all know each other mostly for a long time. We trust each other, and when you get to that motels, you might be having an adult drinker or two, and at the end of the day, you don't know who's telling the truth and who's not.
Exactly.
And you're out there laughing and carrying on, and they're a lot of fun. I enjoy motel parking lots and fishing out there a whole bunch, but this has been very serious, and it's been a ton of fun. This is the first time we ever rented a house with two other couples, and like I said, Doc come down, and we're very happy to have the doctor here. Actually, he was supposed to be here, and Jason and Gary decided they was going to run and catch some bait, and he went with them. And we're trying to keep him really busy, and he's been in 7 or 8 different boats this week, and he's just had a wonderful time. He went without us yesterday. And I took him, I think he was sick of that Lumacraft by the end of the day yesterday. I took him so far. But the old boat ride's pretty good, so he didn't get beat up too bad. But we had a really good time with Doc, but we always do. And
I went to look at your boat when I come in, and I got almost to it, and then the rain started coming down. I seen it coming down the road there, and I said, nope, I'm headed back to the truck, and it downpoured.
I spent the morning retired. I got to tell you, Dustin, I bet you I have broke off probably 30 rigs this week.
Holy cow.
And I retied and refilled my rig rack box. One thing about that, I can retie broken off stuff pretty quick, but you only got eight rods in your boat this week, so you want to make sure you have all your stuff where you retie them pretty quick. So we're all set and ready to go, and we'll probably go out tomorrow and make sure what I found yesterday is still there, and right back up here, and we'll get ready for the meeting tomorrow afternoon to be ready to go. And I want to stop in with you tomorrow afternoon, sit in your boot with you a little bit, and lie to you some more like I'm doing tonight.
We'll be glad to have you out there.
Well, I wouldn't
we got several people that messaged me on Facebook that said they want to stop out and see me out there, and some that wants to place orders and things like that.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and like I said, I've taken 4 rod rack orders from the time I've left Ohio to the time I got here.
Oh, sounds familiar. I've done that so many times.
I'm 7 behind already.
That's too bad.
As of this week.
You know,
but I'm loving it because when I see my product out there on the market, you know, it just, you know, and the comments that people makes, it just makes me want to even do it stronger.
I can't tell you, we get to that boat ramp. We don't have too much of it going in the mornings because we've been going out pretty early, but coming back in, people look at the rod racks and they look at the live well. They actually get up in it and look at the live well, and I don't mind at all because, you know, I want them to see that boat and check everything out. And I tell them, I say, hey, it's easy to get in and out of. Help yourself get up in there and do whatever you want to do. And they really like the rod rack, and they like the live well. And the thing is, you build them to fit. They build them like they want them, and they can have them any way you want to. But the thing I like about what you do, if you need to pull something up and fit it up in an area, you can do that. And for boats that didn't come with a big enough live well, that's what makes it special, because you can have it like mine where you take them in and out, or you can put it up in there where it spends the rest of its life there.
Right.
And that's the way it needs to be done on a lot of boats, but it just depends on what a guy wants, and that works really well.
And you know, and my first question is and I hear it all ever so often is people's like, well, how much are they? And how do you yeah, exactly. If you don't have a set price on a live well, you know, it's hard to tell somebody, you know, well, you're looking at this, you know. So if they ask for a price, I'll tell them, say $650 to $1,250. Now, you know, where do you want to go with this? I mean, because do you want it already rigged? Do you want it like yours? Mm-hmm. You know, you use the plumbing in your boat and adapted to it. You know what I mean? And you know, how wide, how big, how tall. Each individual live well is custom. Mm-hmm. That's why it's custom, is because it's custom for your boat.
Right.
So, you know, we take pride in that. We want to build it for the customer. So when they get the product, hey, that was built for my boat.
Yep.
You know, and so far we've had great success with that part. You know, everybody's loved their rod racks and loved your live wells. So we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing.
It'll be awesome. I think you have great success with it. Looking for a big day. I hope they don't rain you out tomorrow. So stop by and see Dustin at DMT Customs. You guys will have a great time down there, and he will treat you right if there's anything he can do for you. If nothing else, pick you up a sign. He's got some amazing signs down there.
We'll have signs. We'll have T-shirts. We actually
koozies.
We got koozies,
mugs, and they're a lot nicer than these.
We've even got quick release floaters that I came out with.
I've seen pictures of them. They're very nice.
We'll have them out there, and a couple other things. We'll leave it to let them come by the booth and see what we got.
That's right. You can't give everything away.
You can't give everything away. But if they stop out and see me, you know, we'll be more than happy to show them. If they've got any questions, we can answer them. We've actually got a live well there that we built that we are going to sell at the end of the show. But they can purchase it beforehand, but it needs to stay there so I can show the customers as a display.
That's right. Now, folks, these displays are set up at the pyramid. So be sure and go down there. And there's a whole bunch of other displays. That's just not the only one down there. There's a bunch of other guys down there. I don't have a list of that, but be sure and go down and check these vendors out, because most of them have come a long distance to show you what they have, and we're very pleased that they've come to Memphis, and we want them to come back every year for this big catfish tournament. And it takes some participation from everybody involved to go down there and look at their products, whether you buy them or not. The interest has got to be there for them to be able to come down here and do this. So check them out at the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. Dustin, thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it so much.
Alrighty.
I have tried and tried to get the Queen of the Mississippi in here. She will not do it. The other boys that stay in this house for me will not do it. But with great anticipation, we do have Stacey Gaston, which we've been planning on this, Stacey, for some time. So welcome to Catfish Weekly. Man,
Yes, sir.
it's always a pleasure, Stacey. Thank you so much for dropping by. This is not a big studio. It's a house that we rented, and you're sitting at our eating table with me. But I have a couple of questions I really need answered bad.
Go ahead.
Are you catching fish?
Well, we're catching a few.
Are you on them for Saturday?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's just like a fisherman not really telling. I'm waiting for you to get on that Facebook and say, I got the smack down on one, baby.
Listen, hey, ain't nobody want to get on there no worse than what I am.
Who you fishing with?
Robert Dickerson.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
I was sure that was right. You guys will be having a blast down there. It's been hot, Stacey.
Yeah, it's been a little hot, and I'm gonna tell you, this is my first time over here on the Mississippi River, and it's different. It is different than anything that I've ever experienced. The current is something.
Yes.
You know, and a guy called me yesterday and was talking to me, and he said, what kind of current is it? I said, have you ever been had the dams where they got the generators and all that water flowing? I said, well, the whole river is moving like that.
Yeah, and if you get off of the tip of a wing dike, it gains speed.
It gains speed. So,
You're not having any problem though with wing dikes and finding them and hitting them and stuff like yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
right.
we've that's what we've been fishing. We fished the wing dikes for the first day, and then today we done some different stuff. Just went to a lot of different places looking around, and so hopefully we have a plan for Saturday.
Well, I hope you do.
Win, lose, or draw, we're gonna have fun.
That's exactly right. And you and I, after the show, I'll talk to you about some things that in the past has worked for us. And I know it's the first time you've been here and different things, but I grew up 11 miles from the Mississippi River, although it was in North Missouri where we have a lot of dams, and there is none down here to slow that water down.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's flooded up there, it's just about like it is down here. And you grab both cheeks and hang on at times. But it is what it is. Now, personally, these guys down here, they love dropping water because it pushes it. A lot of times it'll push the fish out in the middle of the river, and they bump down through there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want it raging. I like high water. I like high current. And the reason I like that, because it shoves them out, they spread out, they go up in the trees, and I go up there and I can just lay them out.
And you know, and I was really thinking, I said, I just rather it be high and flooded, and I could get out here in the woods.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
go to fishing because I've never bumped before. And I found out, I tried it a couple of times, but I've never been with nobody I've never had nobody to teach me or show me.
Well, what you need to
do
next spring is take a trip up and see me, and we'll get out there.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to.
We'll just spend some time doing that.
But I said, I knew it was running because I was out there, my trolling motor was on 10. That's the highest setting on that Minn Kota Power Drive V2. It's on 10, and we still moving about 2.5 miles an hour going downstream. I said, one thing, I don't think my trolling motor is big enough.
Is it a 36 volt?
No, it's a 24.
Yeah, you need a 36.
Oh, I know I need one now. I may need a small 15 horsepower motor put on the back of my boat. I don't know.
Now I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story, Stacey. When we ordered this aluminum craft, the guy told me, he says, I want you to get anything on it that you want. He said, I want you to be able to have anything that you think not only will help you catch more fish, but will be a sales tool for when we get ready to get the next boat. I said, I want a kicker motor. I want a 9.9 4-stroke kicker motor on that thing. And we got the boat. We had to wait a long time to get it because there was an issue with the big motor and having it passing emissions getting them in the United States. So we waited 6 months to get this baby, and they got it. Man, I'm telling you, Stacey, that's the greatest boat I ever set in. I just thought I was in love with this thing. We went up to the Lake of the Ozarks. I put it in, and we trolled around, run around. I dropped that kicker motor in, boy. You couldn't hardly hear it run, and you could run it slow. You could run it fast. I went to the Mississippi River 2 or 3 times, or the Missouri River, and I dropped it in. It wouldn't start, so I took it back up there. And the guy said, "Nothing wrong. It fired right up." Went back out. Well, it starts. I took it back up, and he said, "Man, I don't know what you're doing. It fires right up." And I took it back up to the lake, and of course it run. We trolled around ragged planer boards with it real slow, and it was just perfect. I said, well, they fixed something, didn't tell me. We get down here, and I have tried to start it every day, and it ain't hit a lick. So I'm using the trolling motor. The thing about that little motor, that kicker motor, is you steer it with the steering wheel. It's very easy. I don't have to sit there with that remote. Anybody can run that steering wheel, and you can control that boat so much easier than you can with a remote.
I believe that.
So when we ordered our new boat here a month ago, I said, I want a new 4-stroke 9.9 on the new boat. So I believe if I ever get that baby to run long enough, it's just some little piddly thing. I don't know if it's hot weather or what, because it was when we was on the lake, it was pretty cold. But whatever it is, they'll get it fixed, and the next time I go to the river, it'll work. I just,
Well, probably before today, I would have absolutely seen no reason I'd have needed a trolling motor no bigger than what I had.
probably not on lake.
And even the river where I fish at, I mean, it's nothing like this. The river where I fish, when it's flooded, I don't know if it's running 4 miles. It had to be flooded to run something like this. And I knew after the day, I said, I could see where you need a real big trolling motor, and I could see where a kicker motor, if I had one of them, how convenient it would be.
Yeah.
Because you hear these guys even out there with the 36 volts
running them down.
And at 2 o'clock in the afternoon running them down. I said, like, if you had a kicker motor, as long as you had gas, you keep this baby running.
They don't use no gas. None. I mean, you run that thing all day, and the gas gauge don't even wiggle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cool part. But we do a lot on lakes. We throw out them planer boards, we drag them up and down through the coast stuff. And if by chance you want to go slower, then it will feasibly do. You just throw out drift sock. Done deal. But yeah, it's very economical to operate those. I really, really like the kicker motor. I don't know, when I first started entering my mind, I'm thinking, you dummy, there's no way that's ever going to work. But the more I dealt with it, the more I liked it. And this will be the next boat will be the second one.
I can see where that'd be very efficient. I really could see that.
It is, but you still got to have a trolling motor. And in fact, there has been times when I run both the trolling motor and it, because that way, if I'm back there, I can actually steer the boat, not have to grab the steering wheel. And I keep running around.
Well, I knew I didn't have the tools to pull this off.
Yes, you do.
When I'm floating down the river and I got my trolling motor wide open, there's another guy there, and I pass him. I'm like, how is he staying right there? I knew then my trolling motor's not near big enough.
You got an anchor and a rope.
I should have thrown everything I had out.
If you've got an anchor and a rope, there's a lot of fish caught with an anchor and rope.
And you know what? I said, I know how to anchor fish.
That's right.
I said, this is what I'm going to do.
I know a guy.
We'll draw more anchor fish.
I know a guy that
spot lock on them.
Yeah, that's right.
One or the other.
I know a guy that had some trolling motor problems yesterday at a team that was out. They had some trolling. I'm not going to say who it was. They had some problems, and the trolling motor had issues. And they said that one of the guys said, well, let me show you how I do it. And they went over and they got in some trees, and boom, boom, they started putting fish in the boat. It wasn't what they planned to do. It wasn't what they wanted to do, but what they wanted to do couldn't work. They was way away from the ramp, so they just started putting flatheads in the boat. And let me tell you, Stacey, there's nothing wrong with catching flathead.
No, it's not nothing wrong with that.
I'm pretty sure you'd be smacking down on them big old them heads about that wide.
Oh, when I told the guy, I told Robert, I said, man, we gotta go catch some live brim, and let's just go after them flatheads. I'm pretty sure there's some around here.
Yes, there is.
I seen all them pylons where they tying them barges to. I said, there's got to be some flatheads here.
I'm sure there is. The problem with the Mississippi and the Missouri River is, of course, Missouri River's not down here, but it's a very similar way to fish them. There's great flatheads in them, but in these big tournaments, there's a chance that you could win big fish with them, but it's really a slim chance with all the big blues that you win total weight with flatheads. It's going to take blue catfish to win the tournament. But I've been in them tournaments where big fish has been won with big flatheads. You know, whether it would be on purpose or be by accident, it makes no difference. If it's the big fish, you still get the check. You know what I mean? So either way.
You know what? By accident or on purpose, always by purpose. You know, how you catch it, man? You know, sometimes you catch it, you wasn't fishing for it, but you know.
It don't matter.
It don't make no
difference. In that live well.
We got him hooked up and we got him coming to the boat.
That's right. That's exactly right. What are you having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow, hanging out with everybody. Want to tell y'all, if y'all around the Bass Pro Shop, I'm gonna be around there. I'm gonna be at D&T Customs here with Dustin Faul some, and hanging out with him and just sort of seeing everybody and making them around. And so, hey, y'all make sure if you see me, make sure you holler at me.
Absolutely. We're going to be over there visiting with Dustin. We're going to try to make it the offshore tackle booth. Several of the other booths we're going to be at. Stacey will be at a bunch of them. We're going to have a really good time down there at Bass Pro Shops, and you guys all need to come down there and share the love with these guys. These vendors have put a lot of time and effort into this, and I know everybody that works towards this tournament to make it a huge deal has got it done. It is a huge event.
It is nice. It is really nice.
And I know that Jody, and Daniel will be around. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I'm going to tell you guys something that just got put together tonight. If the rain is not just blaring, Jeremy Cole and I are going to be live down there with Catfish Weekly Saturday afternoon.
Wow.
So, and Doc will be with us then. If he's not, Doc's been hitting it hard every day, all day long. He's been hitting it pretty hard. So, but he'll probably get up there and help us out. We need him in there, and Doc's doing good. He's doing good. He's been catching fish. He's out there catching bait, and he's just been having a really good time. We're so happy to have him down here. And Jason Methenia, he's been working pretty hard, but that's what he needs to do right now, and it's just been a lot of fun. He's had a blast, and he didn't bring his boat down here. It's probably a good thing. He's not used to this kind of current we got down here either. Now, we come down here 2 years ago, and Doc fished with Cindy and I. We had that monster cat with that 300 on it, and we go way on down. We come back up through there, and he's running about 35 miles an hour. And I said, Doc, you know this boat will run a little faster than that. He said, how fast it go? I said, it'd go about double that. And it wouldn't, it'd run, that current, it'd run about 55 up the river. And he finally got it up to, I think, 40 or so. He wasn't running much faster than that. I at the time, had bad back problems. I was kind of on painkillers. I just let him do whatever he wanted to with it. We fished, and him and Cindy caught fish. Really, I just kind of lost the ride, but we had a great time fishing with him. And last year, we'd sold that boat, and I was out of boat. Sold it a week before we come down here. And he said, well, I'll take my boat. And we rode with him, and we had a wonderful time down. We caught a pretty nice flathead, and we had a blast with him. So, but he went out with us yesterday, and I showed him some fish. We didn't catch anything yesterday, but we had a really good time. Well,
I want to give a shout out to to George Young. You know, I'm telling you, this has been a nice week. Everybody getting together, and you're able to see a lot of people. I know a lot of people are sort of congregated up here, so I really enjoyed this.
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed this.
You know, there's 2 or 3 places that a bunch of us get together and go to every year. This instantly became one of them.
Yeah, and I think by making it, I know by making a week thing probably has put a lot of pressure on the fish, but everybody's got to see everybody hang out, and you got to see a lot of people, you know, and I really enjoyed that.
Yep.
And I got a chance to, yesterday I come in, we was putting in the boat ramp, and I got to lay my eyes on that boat he's giving away. And I'm like, wow. And I told him today when I seen him, I said, man, this Storm Cat, the pictures did not do it justice.
Oh no, they don't.
I'm telling you, I love that boat.
Yep.
I'd love to have to pull my name out the hat Saturday afternoon.
Well, you know, Cindy and I both have 6 chances, or together we got 6 chances at that, so we're pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they pull our name out of the hat. So
That's a really nice boat. I think they've done a really nice job of
and I really like the graphics on that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that
beautiful
boat.
Beautiful boat. It really is. It's super nice. So let's see where we at here. Trying to see how long we've been on. I don't even know.
Tony's wanting to give away some slime line.
Tony is wanting to give away some slime line. I don't know if on this computer, if I am capable of doing that or not, but if he will give me just a memento, I will see if I can do that. I will do my best. I'm not really good with a laptop, especially since it doesn't have a real mouse on it. Let me see what I can do.
You done lost your secretary.
She's in the other room. I can pull up the people that's in the show. See how many people, if it'll pull up the chat on this participants. Well, we're close.
Fishing better, your chances of hooking into a bigger fish seem like your chances are a lot better.
Stacey, you want to give a shout out to Roger DeMint Jr.?
To who?
Roger DeMint Jr.
Roger DeMint Jr.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I'm just scrolling through all of
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, man.
what's up, Roger? Can they hear us? Let me see who's all in chat out here today.
Okay, Dustin, how many slime lines would he like to give away? Because I don't have none of that.
We'll wait for him to respond.
Okay.
He can hear you, but I'm watching chat.
He sent me a message here. Go ahead and do some slime buying giveaways. How many? Tony, let me know how many. Help yourself.
No, I was just fixing it.
He said a 325-yard school. Cliff Miller said.
Yeah, but how many at a time?
Yeah, yeah, because Tony's been known to give more than one away.
Yes, he has.
Hey, my wife's even tuned in tonight.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
she just messaged me and told me, said, hey, I'm tuned in.
Sweet.
Hey, everybody that's on here, yeah, I think she says, say, hey, hello from Miss Cat Catcher, what she said.
All right, there you go.
You talking about Smackdown Dawn?
That's her.
Smackdown Dawn.
Oh.
One school board winner.
How many?
Well, how many winners you want, Tony? Just go ahead and pick one winner and then.
All right, we'll do one right now. Stacey picked me out a number between 1 and 5.
Let's do, how about 1?
I love that number. It's one of my favorites.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures.
No, not Kentucky Cat, Matt.
Yes, it is.
Kentucky Catman.
Kentucky Catman, contact Big Cat Fever Rods, Tony Caton or Caleb Page, and they will hook you up with your choice of slime. Man,
He owes me one for that, don't he?
he wins a lot. He really does. And the thing about being in the chat, it doesn't matter if you won in the last 30 days or not, because you have to be in chat to win. Now, on Rig Wrap Wheel, which we didn't have no room to bring that down here with us, it does matter. Only one winner for 30 days per household. But
well, the only time I've ever won anything was in chat. I won some braid the other day from Rusty Jackson.
you know, there's some stuff being given away here lately that I sure would like to win. But now Cindy wins some stuff once in a while, but Lyle don't win nothing. You know how that works. You know what I mean? I don't ever win anything. But
Well,
that's okay.
you got ready to give something away. I didn't really know how it all worked, you know, and I'm sitting here and somebody said, well, we're going to choose a number or something other who's in chat. And I'm like, I'm going and posting a number down. I didn't know how it worked. You call Stacey Gaston, 45. I'm like, I didn't say 45. I didn't realize that the 45th person in the chat. I was just happy I won.
Heck yeah, man. And we've got some people in here that win like Jim does. He wins every once in a while. And we've got guys that's been doing it ever since we started doing it, and they ain't never won anything. And Rusty's been so good to me. I get my structure snakes from him, and I sent him a message. I said, Rusty, you ain't gonna believe who won your line. I'm gonna tell you, them structure snakes. Now I've used a ton of different dragon weights.
Mm-hmm.
Probably everything that's on the market that I'm aware of, and I've made some of them, and they all work. But Rusty's probably gets hung up less than anything. The only thing I can compare them to would have been the ones that I made at home that are really, really long, and I drag them through big trees and stuff, and they don't get hung up too bad. But man, they're such a pain.
Yeah.
In a boat. They really are. They don't get hung up much, but they are a terrible pain.
You know what I've done, and I've done this through the years. I'm not one of the guys who jump on the bandwagon every time somebody comes out with a new product. I fill my tackle box full of it and say, oh, this is what I'm using. I'm trying to look for something that works.
Right.
And if somebody gives me something or somebody gets something to me or says, try this, I go, well, I'm going to use it besides something that I've been using. I mean, if I'm fishing with 6 reels, 3 of them is going to have what I've been using, 3 of them is going to have the new stuff on it.
Right.
And it's going to have to prove to me that it can do the job. And I'm telling you, I have really been impressed with the structure snakes and what they have been able to do, because I have compared them beside some other stuff that I have been using. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, I look back to the day, I said, you know what? I lost 2 or 3 of these things, but I still got that structure snake on here. I said, I still got it on here. And I'm convinced, I mean, it's like anything else. It's not snag free. So if you're going to get one of them and think you're not going to ever hang up, that's probably not going to happen.
That's right.
But I'm telling you, you're going to limit it when you go with the structure snakes.
I agree 100%. We're going to do this again. Stacey, we're going to do this 4 more times. If I get this computer to cooperate just a little bit. Like I say, it's kind of like phones. I'm not a phone person. I don't get along very well with phones. As far as I'm concerned, they are made to say hello and hang up on. But that's really not the case, I guess.
Did you break it?
No, not yet. You ready to sit down and do an interview?
I am not going to.
Yeah, I got Stacey. These guys are such chickens.
I don't know what the hell to talk about. I can't
You want to
hear
go with 1 again?
Let's go with 3.
3. Yeah, they're just chickens. We sure had a good time this week, though. Couple more days.
I've had a blast.
All the fun will be over when Saturday morning gets here, though.
Yeah.
Now, Rip Rap,
You
Team
see that,
Rip Rap,
you see that weather prediction
Rip
right
Rap
now?
wants to give away a bulk pack.
80% chance of rain all day Friday and all day Saturday. All day Sunday.
QC Slapper Cats. Please contact Big Cat Fever. They have a spool of slime line for you also. While we're in here, Stacey, let's do it again. Pick me out another number.
Oh, let's do 1 through 5.
Yes.
Let's do 5.
1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. The winner is Sonny Parker.
Oh, Sonny.
That's 3 of them.
Hey, Lyle,
Sir,
you want to split it up and give away a bulk pack of the Rick Rack Easy sinker slides?
a bulk pack of easy slides. Dustin, why don't you pick out a number this time?
I'm easy. 1.
Oh, I love that. Scott, SEJKA. Contact Rig Wrap. Glenn will hook you up with a bulk pack of 48 easy sinker slides. Been using them all week. In Mississippi River Current, we have had everything on them from 3-ounce cannonball sinkers to 24-ounce bank sinkers. So I am not afraid of them whatsoever in anywhere from about 3-mile-an-hour current to, your guess is as good as mine, over 6 for sure. And coming off the end of them wing dikes, much more than 6.
It's rolling.
Yeah, it's rocking on, baby. It is rocking on. We have 2 more things of slime line. Dustin, pick me out another. Stacey's probably getting tired of picking them.
3.
3. 1. He's taking the good numbers, ain't you, Stacey?
I see that.
2. and 3.
Oh, I kept sure. Catfish
Hey,
live.
wait.
Hillbilly Catfishing, Jimmy Dixon. Contact Big Cat Fever Rods. Tell Caleb and Tony that you won a 325-foot spool of slime line of your choice of weight and or test, and they will get you fixed right up with that. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly. And we have one more, right?
Yep.
One more. All right, Stacey.
As far as we know, unless Tony kicks
Yeah,
back
I
in
know.
here
Hey,
again. Tony's been known to
let's do
jump in.
2, 1.
Just when you think you got it all given away, he comes in there and.
You never know about them boys. They're really good to us. Robert Dickerson.
Well, look at that.
Fishing
Look,
partner.
no, I didn't even.
Robert, please contact Tony and Caleb at Big Cat Fever and tell them you won your choice of test line, a 325-foot spool of slime line. They will hook you up, buddy. You're going to enjoy that stuff. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly. Playing our prize wheel game. Well, ain't prize wheel game. This is just playing the Tony Caton game. Man, he's donating stuff every week for the last few weeks. And thank you so much to Tony and Caleb and Big Cat Fever Rods. Man, it's been awesome. Thank you guys, and thank you all for watching and getting in chat. It pays to watch the show and be in chat. It is definitely does. That's 5 spools of slime line and a 48-pack of rig wrap. Easy sinker slides. What a deal. Man, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Hey, Lyle.
Sir.
I'm going to show this off. Let's see the back of my shirt.
Catfish Lives Water.
Hey, this is,
Oh,
what is it?
Catfish Lives Matters.
This is one of Dustin's shirt.
That's pretty awesome.
DT Custom.
Man, you know, I'm kind
Well, I thought I'd give him a shout out since he brought me over here. I wanted to make it back.
I ain't got one of them.
yeah, you do.
I hope he's got one in the truck.
Yeah, I ain't got one of them. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna say I can't put a word in until you're going home. You'll have one tomorrow. He'll show me at the expo.
That's a very nice shirt. Very nice shirt. I should have known when I seen the logo on the front. Man, that's awesome.
Well, he told me I was like to come on this program was having this shirt on.
Huh?
I figured you were going to go
Oh man, we have really had a great time this week. It has really been a blast.
Oh my God. Now Team Regret, he wants to give away a pair of Certamax Super Cutters.
Well, I have to say they
Now,
are.
Glenn, you'll just have to send them to me.
They're the best
I don't
scissors
have
on the
one.
market. I am so glad that I left that up. Ceramax scissors. We was out there a while ago. I was showing them to a guy that was here while we was tying up rigs and filling my rig wrap pack up. And he said, how thick will that cut? I said, well, I've cut 4 strands of 100-pound braid with it at one time. And he said, well, I don't believe you. I said, well, I can't show you because I don't have any 100-pound braid with me, but I do have 80, and I put 4 strands of it in there and just right through it. So it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, would you pick me out a number between 1 and 5? 3. I will just do 3 then. 1.
I just got a message from a boy. He has now bought
2.
like 7 TWC rods in the last week.
Wow.
3. And the winner is Paul Bird. I know Paul Bird. He lives in St. Louis, Missouri.
Congratulations.
Paul, if you will contact Glenn at Rig Wrap, he will send you out a pair of Ceramax scissors, and you will love them. They are the greatest thing for cutting braid and monofilament line that I have ever used. You will love them. I promise you, you'll love them. And if you don't, you send them to me, and I will love them. I have never in my life ever used a pair of scissors ever that cutting lines
You probably
that
did.
I like as much as I like those. They are a great product.
Hey, I just want to warn everybody right now. My wife signed it, I think, up under my name.
Oh, yeah?
It
And
says
so-
Stacey Gaston,
Whatever.
and I'm sitting here looking at his phone, and he's not pushing nothing. I'm thinking Don's done signed
Oh,
into
Lord.
his account.
They don't know what she's going to do.
You're going now, buddy. Secrets out.
Things happen.
She's going to make me get my glass. And everybody laughs at me when I pull my glasses, and them black rim glasses. I have
Yeah,
on.
you know what? That happens to me all the time. But I really don't care.
There you go.
I don't worry about it none. I just keep putting them on and keep on keeping on. It's been great having you guys over here. Welcome to our nice little house. We talked about doing this house because we always stay at the motels, and by the time you spend 10, 12 days at a house, it gets to costing you a pretty good chunk of change. And we got down here, and of course, I not met Richard, but I talked to him a lot of times on the phone, and know Jason, Vicky for a long time, and Gary, I knew Gary, and of course know Doc forever. And we all got in here, and the first thing you know, the Cardinals and the Cubs stuff started hitting, and the lives started flying, and the food started hitting the grill, and I bet I gained 10 pounds. And like I needed 10 more, you know, but it has been a really blast. And houses, I don't know how hard they are to come by. I think it took a little while to find something like this, but it's a very nice place. I'd highly recommend people do this. Wouldn't you, Richard?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
Especially
mean,
if you get in a place as nice as this one.
yeah, we're 22 minutes from the ramp, probably, depending on traffic.
Right around.
Yeah. It's a very economical way you can bring your food, and we're close to, we're not too far from anything really. Walmart, convenience stores, grocery stores, everything. So it worked out very nice for us, and there's always going to be plenty of people to get in motels. There's always going to be plenty of people to get in motels.
Carl Wells wants to know if Stacey has a set of them scissors.
No, I don't have a set of them scissors.
I'll be glad to show you a pair.
Oh man, my expectation went up like that for just a second.
I don't have any spares with me, or I'd help you out, but I don't have any spares. But they're awesome.
Now Tony wants to give away one Big Cat Fever cork handle heavy action rod, an $85 value with free $25 shipping.
Wow.
He's gonna
One
pay the shipping and all.
Big Cat Fever heavy
Cork handle.
cork handle rod, free shipping.
Yes.
We're gonna have to reload to make sure we get everybody in this. And bear with us just a momento. I don't want to miss nobody.
When he strikes again, I'll keep looking for Rick Rapp because he's gonna be in there next.
These guys are so good to us. It's just unbelievable. Doc always takes care of this. He's so good
It's
at
pretty
it.
awesome what they do for everybody.
It is, you know, and they don't have to do this.
No.
They just do it. I don't know so much if they like us. They're just good guys.
I just like.
Well, them fever rods are really nice rods, and that slime one is awesome.
You know, I wish the times that I used, I can't say that. I'd be lying if I did. I just can't use it. After having braid, I can't go back.
I use it for leaders.
I use a lot of leader material.
I wish I had 80-pound test.
Well, it may come one of these days. These guys are always expanding their
Oh, I
stuff.
know they are.
Sweetheart, would you pick me out a number between 1 and 5? 4. 4 it is. 1. 2. Whoop, I didn't get it. I messed up, didn't I, Stacey? 2.
They want to know if Stacey uses braid.
I use mono.
3.
And there's a reason I use mono.
Glenn Shue, you are the winner of a Big Cat Fever Heavy. If you will get a hold of Big Cat Fever rods, contact Caleb and Tony and tell them you want it on Catfish Weekly, live from Memphis, actually Glen Haven or Southhaven.
You know, I switched to, I went back and forth. I've always pitched with mono. Probably 2 years ago, I went to braid, bought a 1,500-yard roll of it, relined every reel I got with it. And I fish around a lot of riprap. And I noticed then it would fray and it would break pretty easy. Now, if I didn't have the frays in it, you know, it's almost unbreakable.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice that, and that the mono wasn't quite as bad. And where I fish at, there's a lot of that, and so that's why I went back with the mono.
But Glenn, contact them boys. Tell them you won that on Catfish Weekly, and they will ship it right out to you. Thanks so much for watching our show. Tony and Caleb, Big Cat Fever, thank you so much for all your donations. We appreciate it greatly. And I know all the guys that's winning this stuff are just having a blast with it. I know we're having a lot of fun giving it away for you. That's awesome.
How many
Awesome.
people's in the chat? A lot. Well, we need a lot of them in there.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
It is. It is.
A lot of them will tell you. That's what you got a program here, man. You can sit here and you got guests that come in. You can talk catfishing. You can get on the chat right there. Talk to catfishing. It's just I mean, it's fun.
It's fun doing it the way we're doing it tonight with you right here with us. So many of our guests are so far away, and that's why that's one of the advantages. We really enjoy doing it down at the Pyramid. The problem with that is there's so much background noise that it's hard for people to hear. Another reason that we didn't do it there this year is because the last 2 years we have absolutely struggled for internet connections. There's so many people that's got phones now, and everybody's trying to connect, and the people inside there, they use so much internet service. It's just nearly impossible to do a show down.
It would be like my little grandbaby said. She picked the phone up and it wasn't working, and she says, "I don't have no data."
Yeah. It was really, really tough down there. So we tried. I don't know what was going on with Jeremy the other night. He had a hot spot and he had his phone, and we couldn't make it happen, and we fooled with it and fooled with it and fooled with it. So let's just go on Facebook, and we had somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 hits on that. Nobody knew he was going to do it.
Wow. I'm sitting at the house. I've been out there in the shop working. It's like 15 after 7. I come in and I'm getting a message from a couple of people. "Where's Catfish Weekly at?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just walked in the house." Carl Wells had messaged me. "Where's it at?" So I started looking for it. In a few minutes, I seen it pop up on Facebook.
Yep, we just couldn't make it happen, and we had everything we needed. It just didn't work. And it seems like every time we come to Memphis, it didn't. And I come over here today because I knew about this rainstorm, and I had talked to Jeremy earlier today, and I said, "What's it look like down there for tonight?" And he said, "It looks like rain." He said, "In fact, it's raining so much, I already put the stage and everything up." And I said, "Well, and we got a secondary plan." And he said, "Not really." I said, "Well, then I'm going to set it up at the house. If you want to come over tonight, Stacey, and some people are going to be there, we'll just do it there." And he said, "I wanted to ask you about what you and I talked about, doing it over at the weigh-in." I said, "Yep, I'm in for that. If we can come up with a deal where it's not going to get us all drowned, because I'm going to be wet from being in that boat all day." But now, I'll tell you, we do have a full enclosure.
Boy, that's got to be nice.
It's going to be tough.
We got the Cadillac.
Wow. We was out there today, and we was in around them grain bins, and I looked south, and you could just see a white sheet. I sit there, and boats went. You could see people going north, and I held it long as I could. All I got is a Benjamin top, and I looked over at one guy, and he was zipping his enclosure up. I said, "The next boat I have will have that on it."
That's right. That's right. That is 100% correct. Now, I just, Cindy and I talked some time back, and there's a few things that if we're going to have boats, that we're gonna have on them boats. And one of the things that we're gonna have, whoops, that's not exactly what I wanted. We're gonna have an enclosure on them, and we're gonna have a full top to put on cover when we're pulling down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna have those things because we want to be able to cover everything up. And you know, last year we left to go to Winter Blues on Wheeler. We leave the house, it's -4. We get to Wheeler Lake, it's 8 degrees. And I'm thinking, oh, that's bad. We should have never done that.
Tony ain't done.
Tony is not done.
Let's give away one more heavy.
One more Big Cat Fever Heavy
With the cork handle.
with a cork handle. Well, Dustin, it's your turn.
We went through all the numbers. Let's just go back to one.
I like one. I can't do that. I mean, that's just not right. Gotta hit that button. Paul Bird, you are the winner. How do you win twice in one night?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
The good Lord meant it to be. You know what I mean?
I mean, most of us can't even win in a lifetime.
I don't win nothing, but I'm sure hoping to win Saturday.
Larry Muse has been trying to win for years.
That's a fact.
Oh.
That is a fact, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There you go. Paul Bird, please contact Tony and Caleb and tell them you won more than once on Catfish Weekly.
Oh.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I know that they might as well ship them together. That'd be great. Makes me wonder about internet. Shouldn't do that. But it did. Random.org. Can't beat it. Looking forward to seeing Dieter. Thank you. Oh, Glenn. Where they're going to do that at. I can't keep up with all that. That's crazy. Well, Stacey, you know what? We had some things go on as life happens.
Yes, sir.
And I contacted you a month or so ago about doing something. I wanted you to say a prayer because my good friend Doc's wife was in some bad issues, health issues, and we didn't know at the time how that was going to turn out. And as it turned out for the worst.
Yes.
And I had contacted Doc, and I wanted to know if you would come on our show when we all got together down here, because she wasn't going to be able to make the trip, and say a prayer for Lynn. And Doc said, "Oh man," he said, "that would be great," because Doc just thinks so much of you, and I do too. And he said, "Absolutely." He said, "I think that would be wonderful if you do that." And as it turned out, Lynn did not make it long enough for that to happen. So,
yes, sir.
Yesterday, Doc and I was in the boat, and I was talking to him, and I said, "Now Stacey's supposed to come on the show with us," and he was going to do that prayer. And I said, "I wanted to talk to you about that, Doc." And he said, "Well," he said, "Lynn's gone, and she doesn't need that prayer any longer." He said, "But the doctor kind of does."
Yes, sir.
And if you would still do that, Doc and his entire family has really been through a lot, and I know that it would mean a lot. It means a lot to me that you would do that.
Yes, sir.
But what it would mean to Doc and his family is way more important than what it would ever mean to me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
I would appreciate it greatly.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, Anytime you find yourself in a situation where you lose a loved one, especially a spouse, somebody that's been connected with you, that's some of your heart's gone. And I understand what's going on there with Doc and the things that's taking place. And so it's an honor of mine to do that.
Wow,
Sure is.
that'd be awesome if you do
Yes.
that. And when you do, Tony wants to give away another rod.
Yes, sir. We're going to pray first.
Yes, sir.
Let's do that today. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day that you have blessed us with. And we come before you, Lord, as a family of catfishermen, Lord, who are united, Lord, through Lyle and Doc. And Lord, we've come to, maybe we've not met them personally, a lot of them, but Lord, we've come to know them through Catfish Weekly. And Father, we lift up Doc unto you, Lord, today. The things, Lord, that's taking place with him spiritually and emotionally, Lord, we ask, God, that you move mightily, Lord, in this man's life. Father, we pray, God, that you bring comfort to him. Father, you declared unto us that you would not leave us comfortless, Lord, but you would send the Holy Spirit, which would be a comforter unto us. And I'm asking you, Lord, tonight, Lord, as we lift this man up unto you, God, that you would touch this man's life and bring comfort and bring strength, Lord, to the times, Lord, that he's facing and the things, God, that he has faced here just over the last couple of months, Lord. I know it has to bring a toll upon him. But we know, God, today that we have a Lord and Savior in Jesus Christ, which is declared through his word that he knows about the things that we face and the things that we go through in life. And there's nothing that we went through that's caught him by surprise. And I'm asking you, Lord, tonight, in the mighty name of Jesus, that you bring comfort to this man, not only to him, but, Lord, to his family, Lord, the ones that were connected, Lord, here to this man and the loss of this loved one. Father, we ask, God, that you minister, Lord, to the needs of this family as a whole. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I know Doc will watch this and he'll appreciate it more than will any of us will ever know. Doc and I have always been pretty good friends for a lot of years, and
Yes.
Talk to him, you know, a couple times a week. I've been talking to him several times a day now, and it's hard on us, but he's a strong man and he'll make it through. But I know that'll comfort him a great deal.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. It's
No,
an
no,
honor of mine.
I mean, that means a lot to me, and I know it'll mean a whole lot more to him, for sure. I want to load this baby up, and well, somebody is going to win one more rod. I wish I could leave that right there on there. You never know, Catfish Weekly could use a new rod. Let's see. I need a number, Stacey.
Let's do 3.
1. 2. 3. Justin. That's all it says.
Justin, you better tune in.
Justin, you're going to have to do better than that. All I got was Justin. You don't have no last name.
I bet you right now, boy, he's typing. He go to chat, he's typing his name.
It don't say who, Justin who, just Justin. That ain't going to do it. We'll give you a few minutes to see if you can line that out for us. And if not, we're going to have to do her again. So try to see if you can help us out. Just Justin ain't going to make it. We're going to have to have a name with Justin.
Well, he responded back, LOL. Justin, Herr.
Herr.
Her, I reckon.
Okay, Justin, you need to contact Caleb, Paige, and Tony Caton with Big Cat Fever rods. Tell them you won a rod, a cork handled heavy action Big Cat Fever on Catfish Weekly, and they will fix you up. They're going to ship the rod to you. You're going to love it. We can't thank them guys enough. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and being in the chat. It's been an amazing show tonight. Tony and Caleb, hats off to you guys. Thanks so much for the slime line and donating those rods to our viewers. It means so much. We appreciate everything you do for us and all of our viewers. We're going to...
Can we do one more thing?
Sure.
This is a buddy of mine.
All right.
His name is Dale Dunaway with Dale's
Oh,
Homemade
yeah,
Tackle.
I
You know
love
Dale?
I do. He's
Hey,
a great
listen,
guy.
Dale just tuned in. If you read this, do a giveaway for $25. I want to do this.
There we go.
So, I reckon that's $25 worth of tackle. So
What he does is what he normally does is he donates a gift certificate, and you can cash it in right there, and he'll ship you products from his store.
hey, look, I want to say, man, I'm glad to be one of his being a part of his team there.
Heck yeah.
And he has been a super nice guy.
Well,
I want to tell
you what.
everybody, if you need some tackle, if you need some weight, get a hold of this man. You can find him on Facebook, Dale Dunaway, Dale's Homemade Tackle.
Absolutely.
He can get you hooked up.
I believe Dale's coming down here.
He should be here tomorrow.
He's going to
He
be here
is.
tomorrow.
He called me yesterday, said he had to go to the Walmart for whatever it was, and I was sitting out in the truck returning messages because I hadn't been on them, and I didn't get them all done. I've been on the phone 2 or 3 days. I don't do the phone thing, you know, we're good. And Dale had left me a message. He said, I'm going to be down there Thursday. Do you need anything? I'd be happy to bring you some sinkers and stuff. I said, I could use some bigger cannonballs. I want to go. Maybe some more 16-ounce sinkers because I've done been through about, but so he said, I'll have them. I'll have them. And so, very nice guy. You guys need any kind of stuff like that, Dale's got it. He also has demon dragons and just, I don't know what all he does add now. He's been adding on to stuff so much, but he will be here. So if you guys need anything, get on.
He's been. I mean, he is. I know he's probably getting in this and getting new to it, but I'm telling you, he's working really hard.
He is.
He is a super nice guy. So listen, I encourage you, go out if you need some tackle, terminal tackle weights. Y'all contact Dale Dunaway, or you can find him on I think a web page at daleshomemade.tackle.com. I think that's what it is.
That's right. Since you walked in last, you can give us a number between 1 and 5, and we will draw for a $25 gift certificate from Dale.
We're going to do 3.
3 it is. We just picked 3, didn't we?
Oh.
1.
3's a lucky number.
It's going to be for somebody.
Somebody's gonna be happy.
2. I'm a lot faster at this at home, believe it or not. 3. And the winner is Mike Crow, C-R-O. So Mike, contact Dale Dunaway, and he will hook you up. Thank you so much for watching our show and being in the chat. And Dale, thank you so much for your donation to our viewers. We
I'm actually going to
appreciate
stop
it.
at Dale's booth and see him about some hooks tomorrow. I'm getting low on hooks.
I want to give a shout out here to Carl Wales. Carl has been following me on Facebook now, I know, for a good while. You know what? He says, Stacey, give away a free week of fishing with you. Carl, I promise you, if you want to go fishing, you get in contact with me, man. If you ever over here in Alabama, we'll meet up on Wheeler and Wilson, because I love that place and a great opportunity to catch a big catfish. And I would love to spend a couple of days with you, man, on one of them lakes there fishing.
I'll tell you what, Carl Wells and I and Lisa and James Prince, and Cindy and I somehow ended up eating dinner together at Miss Monsters on the Ohio last year. First time I'd ever met Carl and Sandy. And we had a wonderful dinner, wonderful time. There was great folks. We got done eating dinner. We sat outside. Everybody went to their truck, and we got to talking about boats and fishing rods. And, you know, the next thing you know, we've been standing out there for an hour and 20 minutes, you know. And we had a wonderful time, and they're great folks. And we stayed in touch ever since. And Carl and Sandy watch the show every week, and we're proud to have them as viewers to our show. And they're great people.
Yes,
Sandra wants to know if you'll keep Carl for a week. His wife. If you'll keep him for a week.
Oh.
Should be wanting him back in a couple of days. Should be wanting him back in a couple of days. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming down here.
Yes, sir.
For taking care of all this. We've had a great show tonight. Remember to tune in. We're going to be live. If the weather permits, we'll be live on Jeremy's stage over from the pyramid at weigh-in with him. Now, if the weather's crappy, and it very well could be, we are not going to be live over there. But if the weather's good, we're going to try to do that. We're going to have a really good time fishing Saturday. I don't know how good we'll do. I wish you the best of luck, Stacey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's going to be a blast. Either way, we're going to get wet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, closure or not, man, we're going to get wet.
That'll be fine.
You know, it's fine. We got rain suits. We got rain clothes. It's the same conditions for you and me as it is for everybody
That's
else out there. There's plenty of fish in that river down here, and they're moving.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why I know they're moving, because we went into a place the other day and Cindy caught a real nice little pretty flathead. And I told Doc about it, and we went back in behind this dike. It's a little short dike, and it wasn't a big area. We go back in there and showed him this spot, and I'm grabbing this thing. I said, man, there wasn't fish like this in here the other day. Doc says, looky there, there's a skipjack. He said, there's a skipjack. And the skipjack was rolling up there chasing minnows, 2 or 3 of them.
Wow.
And I'm looking on that graph, and I said, there may be skipjack, but I know why these fish are in here then, because there's a big fish in here that wasn't here the other day, and they was going in there after the skipjack. Now, they're moving around after that bait. Maybe it's because this storm's moving through, and they probably won't be there the other day, especially if they clean all the skipjack out of there. But their fish are moving, so maybe they'll be there. The ones we found, maybe they'll be there or not. I'm gonna go check on them in the morning, hope they're there. If they're not, I've got 2 or 3 other places to go, but regardless, somebody will get in the fish.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's one of us.
Well, you know, you got this many people fishing, somebody's going to get it. Somebody's just going to find them.
Guys, thank you so much for watching our show tonight. I can't thank Stacey and Dustin enough for coming down. They drove a long way down here to be on the show with us tonight. It was a blast. We'll be back home Monday night, so be sure to tune in at 7 Central, and weather permitting, we'll be with Jeremy Cole Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody.